Frank Castle wanted to help, but he took it too far. He shot people. He killed people. It's against the law. And he broke that law many, many times. Now, I don't like him any more than you do, but here's the thing. He's not a common criminal. He's not malicious in intent. Frank Castle is actually a good man. He doesn't know the difference between right and wrong anymore, and he doesn't need punishment for that. He needs help. Our help. That's the kind of man Frank Castle is. And now you have to decide what kind of jury you want to be. No further questions.
Your Honor, can I say something?
You may.
You know, those people, ones I put down, people I killed. I want you to know that I'd do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade, it's an act. It's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy, okay? I know what I did. I know who I am. And I do not need your help. I'm smack dab in the middle of my right goddamn mind, and any scumbag, any lowlife, any maggot piece of shit that I put down, I did it because I liked him. Hell, I loved him. I'm sitting here, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch. You people, you call me the Punisher, ain't that right? The big bad Punisher. Here I am. You want it?
Remove the witness.
I am the Punisher. I'm right here. You want it? I'll give it to you. And anybody who came here today, hear me whine, hear me beg, you can kiss my ass. You hear me? I'm guilty. I plead, Judge. I'm guilty. You hear me? I'm guilty.
And you're back now. You're feeling abandoned. You're feeling lost. You're still now sort of at the prime mentally with this hatred, this dehumanization. Now, was there an influx of Muslim refugees or people coming into Muncie? Is that, or was there always a community there?
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. There always was a community there. They never stood out to me really. With Muncie, you know, it had been a mailing address for many years, really, more than anything, because I had broken time. I had 2 years between the Marine Corps and the Army, where I tried to be a civilian. That was a bad idea. I'm lucky I made it out alive. But I joined the Army, and I had already came to Muncie. I came to Muncie to fight. I was trying to make it as a kickboxer, and then I slowly got into the cage. And, you know, because of drinking and womanizing, that never panned out. I ruined myself. You know, I was good. Man, I don't know if I was UFC good, but I was good.
I get it.
You know, and, but yeah, so I killed myself that way. I lost that window. So I went into the Army. And, they were more than happy to take me in. Took me in, and you know, they was like, I got, you know, hooked up with a really high speed unit, and you know, became an operator again, and man, it was off to the races. Did some great things, man, some fun things. You know, it was hunting down war criminals in Bosnia in 2004, right, and Afghanistan and in Iraq, and oh my gosh, it was incredible. But you know, now it's all gone, man, and it's like, hey, I have nothing, you know. I got money at the time. I had plenty of money, actually, you know, and so I didn't really need to do anything. So I have all this time to think now about all these people who ruined my life, ruined my destiny, stole it from me. Bam. I got some Muslims right here. I can take care of them. Do one last thing for my country. Make that stand that we are not going to take it anymore, right? So I took my time. I devised a plan. It's over the course of probably a couple years, you know.
What was the plan?
To put a bomb together, simple bomb, and do my best to level the Islamic Center. When I first looked at it, when I first started doing the recon for it, they didn't have the location they have now. They were actually in a house that was right off of campus, and it was in a residential area. So I slowly kept with the process of putting a bomb together, but waited because I didn't like that idea because there was too many Americans around. I didn't really want to hurt the Americans, right? Not that almost everybody inside the Islamic Center was actually an American.
Yeah.
So I backed off a little bit. Then they moved, and they kind of got this out of the way building. You know, it was still close to some other, and I knew there would be some residual harm that was going to happen, but I think it would be minimal. I tried my best to, as best I could, and the knowledge I had about explosives, to make this so it had as little impact on these other people as possible. And it just went into motion, full gear, and I was ready to just, all I had to do was, my plan was on a Thursday night, late night, I had a place for it. I already did that recon, and I was just going to set it down and wait for them to have their service the next day in the afternoon, sit across over at that bank, dial it in.
Do you remember exactly where you were when you got that impulse, when you got that idea? Do you remember how it started? I mean, was there a process that went from sort of an idea into I'm actually going to execute this? And
honestly, I don't think so. I think it was just, this is what I'm doing. I mean, you know, okay. Oh, good idea. Let's do this. You know, kind of like when you're at the supermarket and you're checking out and you see, oh man, I really want that Twix bar. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And
it was
you get
that
it.
simple.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of my shame comes into being. It's not the act itself. It's what went behind it that made it so this is what
easy.
I do. You know? Yeah.
Why did you look at them as the cause of you being in the situation that you were in?
I think it just had to do with my own personal experience with being overseas and fighting these Muslims, right? Having them try to kill me, you know? It just turned me against the whole group. It's like, yeah, so one tries to kill me, they all want to kill me. You know, is that mindset? Mm-hmm. So it's the basic premise of how prejudice builds, right?
Of course.
Okay, you know, we see the actions of this one person because of the color of their skin or where they come from. They're all like that, right? And it just kept building, and they're all evil, every one of them, even the babies.
Did you have experiences overseas where you saw you're fighting alongside of Muslims, or you saw something that you respect, or did you have any experience before what we're going to eventually get to? You saw beauty within the Muslim faith?
Not the faith necessarily,
or the people.
You should tell the story about that woman.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's why I looked at you first. He normally does not like me to tell the story, but it's my explanation on where my hatred was.
Please. Yeah, no, I think it's important.
In Bosnia. So our main mission was there to go get war criminals, put them, hold on to them until somebody came and got them and transported them to The Hague, right? Okay. So like Milosevic, Karadzic, and all those guys, right? We never did get those. We actually ended up capturing a couple Al-Qaeda guys. Because Bosnia happened at, I don't know if it still is, but it was an Al-Qaeda training ground. A lot of people didn't even know that. Yeah. It was hidden away. So anyway, I had this interpreter. But since 24/7, we're not hunting down war criminals, you know, we have other stuff we need to do. So my colonel decided, hey, Mac, he said, you're a charismatic guy. I'm going to send you on some PR duty. You're gonna give radio interviews. I was like, all right. So I'd go to these radio stations in Bosnia.
Yeah.
Well, I had to have an interpreter, right?
Yeah.
So it was a female, 20-something, right, Bosnian. And she ended up being actually my team's interpreter, and sweet girl, very pretty, but very very European. And when I say that, it's not. It sounds like I'm being judgy, and I'm really trying not to. I'm just trying to put it into a frame of mind where a lot of your European Muslims are not as orthodox as, say, like Afghan Muslims, you know, or Saudi Muslims or something like that. They're a lot more just carefree, okay, about things. And that is in no way a judgment. It's just trying to give an explanation.
Understood.
You know, she didn't wear hijab. She went out, she dated guys, and, you know, her family was more Orthodox than she was. She took my team to her house, and we met her family. Wonderful people. Now, I'm saying this, remember that. And this girl, we had so much respect for her. She took care of us, you know, and we took care of her to put it into a frame of mind within Bosnia. And this is what caused such a problem for when they had the civil war and stuff, where there's Serbian villages within Bosnia.
Yep.
Okay. And we went into one of the Serbian villages to try to get some information. I sat down and met with the police chief there, and my interpreter's here. He's Serbian, she's Bosnian. Of course, I didn't know exactly what they were saying, but his tone and her reaction told me that he was not being very nice.
Right, something was up.
I got up, pulled out my M4, pulled it up, said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that.
Tell him that. And then
because, because I was like, she's with me.
She's with you, yeah.
Right? Now, I like her, but I hate her, right? But she's with me. I'm taking care of her, okay? Plus, I know without her, I'm probably not going to get out of town. So, and my friends asked me, we were sitting in the chow hall one day, and some friends I was with, we were sitting there eating, and we started talking about how much I hated Muslims, because these are part of the group that's like, dude, you need to chill. They said, well, what about Sarah, man? You like Sarah? I said, dude, I do, man. She's great. I said, man, I do just about anything for her, but there's going to come a time when she got to go. So what do you mean? She's Muslim, dude. She got to go. I said, but because I do like her and I do respect her, I said, I hope I'm the one that's there to do it.
Wow. Because
I'll just put a 9 to the base of her skull and she'll go quick and painless. But she's still got to go.
Wow.
That's hatred, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that you can't get any better explanation on the hatred that I felt in that way. Yeah. To actually have a desire to take the life of someone that I like, you know, that's been good to me. That's hatred. I wrestle with that sometimes, because that's evil, man. Yeah. That's the foundation of evil, and I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, where were we at?